Today we're going to go over the First Descendant. Should you play it? Is it good? Will you like it? All questions hopefully you'll realize after watching this video. If you didn't know, the First Descendant is a new looter shooter, third-person shooter type game, reminiscent of Destiny 2, mixture of Outriders and Warframe modding. We'll see throughout this whole thing, but the general idea is if you like Destiny, if you like Outriders style gameplay, you may like this type of game. The general idea of the game is simple, just run around, shoot the enemies, you have abilities, but sadly melee isn't a huge function. Instead you just have 1, 2, 3, 4 abilities depending on each character you play. And you can swap out characters pretty constantly. Each character will have different skill sets, right? New 4 abilities. So the characters are more so set up like classes, you know, same type of idea, and you just swap between them in the overworld hub area whenever you feel like it, between missions or objectives, bosses, etc. It's pretty much you just swap between classes outside of combat. So in the background, I'll throw up a couple of the classes that I've been playing. All footage is from my stream, so you'll just see me there while I'm playing the game. I've only had a chance to play a handful of the characters so far, and I'll continue playing more, but right now, the First Descendant is on a 1-week Steam beta, where you can get a beta key by watching Twitch streams and claiming it there. So some people were watching while I was streaming, got some Twitch beta keys for Steam, and we're all good to go there. But as of right now, the game is pretty much a Destiny 2 looter shooter styled game, and it shows. The combat is just running around, shooting enemies, using abilities. The game has some special stuff though, like it does have double jumping along with a grappling hook, which you can activate, and it has 2 charges at once, and it just slowly reloads. This makes the combat a little faster and movement a lot better because you can zip around and get out of certain areas of effect type attacks a lot faster if you're paying attention. Bossing in that regard is a ton of fun because it's way more movement based. You avoid a lot of the abilities. You can use your grappling hook to quickly zip away so you don't get killed, and you use your grappling hook on boss enemies to tear off armor. So the game has some more mechanics around that, and it's really interesting and fun to play around. But the brunt of combat is going to be exactly what you see in the background, which is running around, shooting, and using abilities. Many types of guns, I think probably around 7 to 9, things like shotguns, pistols, assault rifles, semi-auto rifles, snipers, scout rifles. So there's a lot of guns, okay? Shotguns, probably explosive ones, but I haven't come across any rocket launchers myself yet, but maybe later on in the game. So a lot of variety there. It's all pretty kind of what you expect out of a looter shooter. The vibe of the game is very steampunk, futuristic, and it shows especially when you're walking around the main hub area, which we will do a walkthrough of after we do the gameplay review portion, don't you worry, and I'll be able to show off and explain everything a lot better because my god does the game have a lot of everything, but it runs the same way Destiny 2 would. You have your hub place and then you have your overworld where you go around, but you just fight, shoot, world to world. There are endless survival missions along with the bosses, so they do have variety, and you just farm up whatever you need. The game has a crafting system, and my god, it has a modding system, the same as Warframe would. So I thought it'd be pretty important to go around and talk about that. So that is all of the gameplay that I want to show off, and this is the overworld hub area. Sadly, you can't move the map around with your mouse, but hey, it is what it is. This is the overworld hub area, and this is the general world. As you can see, I've only completed the first area, but that's fine. It will have survival missions like this and these last 10 waves getting much, much harder around wave 6. And then, my god, we got clapped the second it hit wave 7. So these are hard and I'm not a high enough level to do it yet. But the way the maps work is pretty simple. This is where your main mission starts, and then you just go along whichever mission is gold. You can repeat missions if you just want to farm or play along for fun, but you just simply go along where the missions go, and this is the little map of how the missions are played out. And these are just teleport points there, right? Pretty simple. You can have the map legend here if you need it, but for the most part, not necessary. So if you go to a new map area, you'll see that my questing will take me here to here to here to here, and then this is currently the next main mission, right? The gold mission. I'm a little high level for this, it seems, but we'll have to just power through the main mission on stream and then take a look. So remember, follow Twitch and YouTube, all the social medias in the description below, Epic Game Store creator code Pupsker, because I will be streaming this and trying to beat the entire main storyline in the beta. So we'll see how that goes. But then you can just see the missions bring you along here. It just outlines the entire map of where you're going to go. And honestly, I find this like really convenient. It's a nice way to do maps and missions in a game. And then once you complete the entire map, you'll see again, boom, survival mission. So at the end of the game, or sorry, map, there will be a survival mission that you can run, and the survival mission is going to be like the high level mission node for that area. And that's essentially how the map works. Of course, again, there's the legend. If you hit F1, just kind of describes everything here, but we're going to go take a look at all of these one by one, because my God, some of them are important and some of them aren't. It's pretty normal stuff. Social squads. Squads are a little weird. They just kind of get created and then you can search for people and join theirs. But so far the squad management is actually terrible. So I'll have to wait and see how that goes later on. Regular questing screen, nothing special to say about that. It's a questing screen, right? Normal. The inventory right now is actually a problem, but we'll talk about that. This is how you generally build up your Descendant Warframe, if you will, same system. This game actually has Mastery rank, which is your overall account level. Okay, if you're a player of Warframe, you are well aware of Master rank. And it has your general character level, which is your Descendant level. As you can see, I can swap between multiple Descendants as long as I've unlocked them. And if you've noticed, we have Lepic, the Descendant right here. There's also Ultimate Lepic, or Primed Lepic, if you will. This game has so many Warframe systems along of Destiny 2 systems built in. So this game is just legit Destiny 2 meets Warframe in my mind. It took systems from both of them, like the general gameplay of Destiny and the general systems of Warframe, smashed them together and called her a game. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that more. There are 4 different ammo types: general rounds, enhanced rounds, impact rounds, and high power rounds. So usually you'll want to have 3 types of weapons equipped, 1 for each one of these, and I would usually assume you'd want to have 3 different types of weapon modding equipped. That's right, here is where you mod and upgrade your weapons. They are called runes in this game. This isn't a submachine gun, it uses storm runes. This is a shotgun, it uses haze runes. This is a tactical rifle that uses torrent runes, and this is essentially just a screen to upgrade, enhance, and mod your weapons. You can see all the applied values there, like more damage, more this, more that, and that stays between swapping around weapons. So if I swap to this weapon, swap to that one, you'll see, oh, it's same mod, it's a submachine gun as well, so it'll have the same bonuses as my previous gun. Now, the annoying part is the sorting in this game right now is really bad. You can't search for anything by typing it in, so you're screwed there. You have these sorts of filters here, the sorts, but there's no way to drop down menu, so you're legitimately just left clicking between all of them. The filters here are nice, but they are not good enough. Okay, there are rocket launchers. These are all the different weapon categories. So it looks like there is for 11 total weapon categories, 3 tiers. Tier 3 is the legendary essentially, right? Normal stuff, pretty average here. You can't sort by DPS, and it just doesn't make any sense. But as you can see, I got new weapons. So it's best to sort by tier or level. because that's the way you're going to find your highest DPS stuff. And you'll see, oh, shotgun, new shotgun, DPS way higher. Much better idea to swap that out there. Then you'll see that's like my third weapon. Oh, I'll swap that out with a scout rifle right here. Uses impact rounds, really high DPS. And boom, there you go. The only other thing I could swap out is I could throw a beam rifle right here if I wanted, because the DPS on that is not too bad, and it uses enhanced rounds. So you'll see this thing connects to Tide runes, this connects to Haze runes, but this connects to Torrent runes. So you'll want to use a variety of weapons, and you'll want to definitely mod towards each specific weapon. This is the modding screen, works the exact same as Warframe would. These have little runes here, and it affects the capacity here. You see 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, all that. When you upgrade these, it affects the capacity differently. And you can put on, I can't quite remember what it's called, but you can put on an activator, that's it, energy activator, and it does something like this, where it decreases the cost of a mod that uses this corresponding symbol. So in this case, it's the C symbol. So I have to put a C mod here, or else I don't get that benefit. And if I put a different type of rune here, then it'll be decreased. Sorry, I'm using mod, but these are called runes. It's just what they are. Look at all of these runes, right? You have straight up fire rate increase, attack increase. So there's a lot of mods, runes, etc. you want to throw around, change around, and level up. Equipment system is similar, but good as well, actually. It's just max HP, shield, defense. Throw on different things that give you just general passive buffs for HP, defense, shield, and other stuff, right? Shield, defense, 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 max shield, max HP, shield, max HP, max shield. So this is just general equipment to increase your tankiness. So that is all pretty regular there. And then you have your Descendant runes. These are specific to your Descendant, so you'll want to throw your runes on depending on how you like to play a very specific Descendant. If you guys haven't realized, this game is literally just Destiny Warframe. I'm gonna say this a billion freaking times because it's true. This game is Destiny with Warframe systems added onto it. So that's all. Melee, it has a little melee mod, but melee absolutely sucks. So it seems like melee is not ideal anyways. Guns do way more damage. You do have regular consumables, inventory, right? Regular stuff there. And yeah, for right now, there's only a handful of Descendants. There's a Vampire Descendant, little Electro Descendant. I'm using the Bunny Volt looking Descendant right now. Blair Pyro, J-Bear, like Engineer. I used Ajax, who's like a tank looking like Rhino. So a lot of different types of Descendants, a lot of different types of ability setups, but they all have the 1, 2, 3, 4 active abilities and then the passive ability. So I said it's like Destiny 2 Warframe, but it has more of a steampunk aesthetic, whereas I'd say Destiny 2 has more of a futuristic, advanced world aesthetic. This does too, don't get me wrong, but this is more steampunky. And then again, this is the maps. These are the Void Intercepts. These are bosses. These do not scale up to your level. So all of these bosses are really good farming areas right now for stuff like gold tier 3 and tier 2 runes. Really good farming location, right? Because this is level 9, I'm a higher level. I can go in here and clap that a little faster than like lower level people would. So that's important to note. But then the Void Intercept battles hard are the end game bosses because they're all level 55. So low tier, low level bosses for early game, high tier, high level bosses for late game. There's also a map for that, or like a guy for it, and I'll show you. Here's the mail right here. A bunch of Twitch drops and whatnot haven't been getting sent to your mailbox. I got and claimed my Twitch drops ages ago, like a day ago, and they still haven't been sent, so sucks to suck. This is just another map, World Mission Terminal, nothing too abnormal. This guy is the Void Intercept guy, so that's where you can start bosses in the hub overworld area. And this is the electric chair with hands, the Ageless Reach. This is where you mastery rank up, and it works pretty similarly as Warframe. You get more weapon rune, descendant rune, and equipment inventory capacity. But you can also reset your descendant here. This takes your descendant from max level of 40 back down to 1. But it gives you a crystallization catalyst, which is essentially used to enhance your weapons or descendants. That's how you get like those rune sockets, and how you increase the modding capabilities of runes and the enhancement abilities of the runes. Or not enhancement, just the ability to throw on more runes because their cost decreases. Words are hard. This is like a general quest terminal. If there's like quests, events, it'll give them out there. Down here, I don't think there's anything important. That's just where some quest folk are here and there. It's a little meeting room, right? Yeah, it's a cute area. It's a very cute area. And then we have more stuff here. We have a weapon vendor, which so far is where you just sell your weapons. It has gear you can purchase, but it's absolutely worthless, like level 1, you just started the game level gear. Also, weapons have proficiencies, if you couldn't tell in the bottom left there. So weapon types get proficiency increases. Scout rifle, I've used a shotgun a lot, so it's proficiency 3. Just something you should know. I don't know how well it increases the damage and whatnot, but I assume it does by a decent margin. And this is the sell screen. It kind of sucks right now because you have to individually click every single thing, right click, and then slowly sell it one by one, right? Like right click it all, hit C, sell it all, and it barely even gets you some gold. So right now the selling screen could be messed around with, enhanced, changed around, upgraded, because as you can see, I would like an ability to sell my inventory. I don't need to click through to sell everything. I already sorted my inventory to just throw everything away after this. So as you can see, I've used submachine guns the most. Proficiency is level 4. So yeah, that'll be less of an issue endgame, but it'll probably matter a little more early, just enhanced damage. So yeah, the game definitely needs better sorting, searchable features instead of just sorting, and a sell all button, because people sort their gear before they go to the shop. As you can see, the game has a lot of like little bugs, little lag flickers, FPS drops here and there. So the performance, definitely not perfect. It's a very pretty game, don't get me wrong. Like, look at that. Very pretty steampunk styled game. But performance is still lacking. And then you have the Magister. This is what we would know as Foundry in Warframe. This is where you build stuff. Right now, it's an event shop. You use your caliber to buy stuff to build the characters. Caliber is like the premium currency for now, since this is a beta. We just get it for free and by playing the game and whatnot. But in the game, when the full release happens, I believe caliber is the premium currency available by top up. So you can build your descendants in here if you get the general build required items for them. These only take 4 hours to build, whereas the descendants themselves take 8 hours to build. Build time's not that bad, way better than Warframe. But you can only research 5 at a time. Oh no, that's where you're kind of capped there. So you'd be researching like the full setup for Glay, and then like maybe someone else. And then you'd just be building one person at a time. So generally a lot of things can get upgraded later on. So yeah, we'll have to see. But that's the general Foundry system. Regular stuff there, pretty normal. Last, but frickin' not least, we have the Rune Master, Cillian. This dude is 100% hype boy. Here you can apply socket rune types, right? This is how you enhance the general runes and make them so that they cost less. See, 5 different symbols there. You can increase your max rune capacity. This requires certain things like rune capacity increase count 0 to 5. You can only do it 5 times. You need an energy activator. So there's only so many of these you can get. And to be fair, it's probably best to upgrade your rune capacity for guns you use right now. So like Storm, Torrent, Tide, whichever you use. And I personally would be upgrading my Descendant runes last. But I believe to upgrade your Descendant runes, you have to do a lot of stuff like reset your Descendant level, right? To get energy activators and stuff like that. So Yeah, or like playthrough quests and whatnot. But now you'll be able to see that my runes for my storm, boom, 24 out of 39. So I could now equip higher costing runes. So let's say instead of this one, which decreases the crosshair size, I could throw on this one, 15 cost. On defeating an enemy, defense plus 145% for 3 seconds. This can stack up to 2 times. This can give you 300%, right? Defense on enemy kills. My God. This one on defeating an enemy, crosshair size minus 3% for 3 seconds. So that's pretty big. You get minus 6% crosshair size, but that's only level 1. You can increase and level up your mods by enhancing your runes. If you look here, oh my, you can enhance. Okay, certain things like this can only go up so many, right? Like, yeah, this only gets up 5 levels. You'll see that upgrading its level decreases the capacity by 5. Sadly, the enhanced ability doesn't get changed around, right? This stays the same. Opposed to something like the Tide mod, which is increase attack, you'll see that upgrading this one increases the actual attack of the stats down here and the capacity. And you'll also notice something, that it starts increasing exponentially. So the first 3 levels are pretty minimal. It goes from 4.8 to 13.5, but then it jumps up to 19, then 27, then 36, which is almost a full 10%, and then 49, which is like a 14% increase. So it starts exponentially increasing. So you are more pushed towards leveling up and maxing out a mod for way higher damage, because it goes to 107% at the last level, and then the second last is 83.9%. So you'll see those last 2 levels almost double the total damage there. So it's pretty crazy. You'll definitely want to upgrade the runes, but oh god, it costs so much Quilpothium, which is the equivalent to Endo. It is the only used for rune upgrade material, and it costs a ton of gold, which is used for pretty much everything. But of course, you can dismantle runes and you can sort by capacity quantity, right? So you can dismantle these runes. You can just keep going and just dismantle those runes and just make sure you have one of each. The issue is, again, the inventory management system in this game is completely dog, especially compared to Warframe. So each individual mod you have to click one by one. One by freaking one, guys. So you just slowly clicking through everything, making sure, oh, hopefully I didn't miss something. It needs a way for you to mass sell stuff without selling duplicates, okay? Because, oh god, is this such a slow and painful system right now? You've selected high value rune. Eat me. It doesn't matter. High value runes, low value runes, it doesn't matter. Here is where you combine runes. You might be thinking, why would I combine my runes? Well, it's very simple. Very, very simple. You combine them to get a random new rune. That's right, baby. So, you'll see, combine acceleration and these ones, 8,000 gold, and that'll give me, oh yeah, you have to long press to execute. Sorry, it's taking me time to get used to it. Boom! Random mod was like thunder, elemental enhancement, ice. And I already had one of those because it has like a 2 in the bottom right, I think. So, yeah, clearly we can see that the game has the ability to stack them, but for some reason they just don't stack them in that screen. I don't know why, okay? I just don't know why. See? It has 4 stacked up right here. Why can't we do that in this screen? So that is the reason for the beta. I 100% assume they're going to be fixing issues like how bad the inventory management screens are for doing stuff like that. They'll probably make it so that these stack properly because this screen sucks so much. So much right now. They're hopefully going to make it so that you have a sell all button over here so you don't waste a bunch of time just clicking through all of your weapons to sell them. And hopefully the mailbox system is less broken because it's, again, taken over a day for people to get a lot of Twitch drops, so you might just not be getting Twitch drops for the beta Steam event. It is what it is. It's kind of annoying, but hey, really hoping they fix a lot of this stuff. Really hoping they do. But that is my general long review for the game, The First Descendant. Let me know what you think. I know this was a really long video, but that's just because I wanted to go over completely in the open world hub, as well as show you a good chunk of gameplay. So I really hope this did help. As always, thank you for watching. Sub, like, Epic Games Store, creator code Pupsker. You can catch me on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, all the other random social medias, Discord, all in the description below. So I hope this helped give you a general idea of the game, and I really hope they do fix a lot of the issues before the game comes out fully, because it's a good game, honestly. It looks like a fun Destiny 2 looter shooter mix of Warframe. So it looks really fun. But I just don't know how long it might last. I know Outriders pretty much died on release, and that kind of was a shittier version of this, so I'm hoping this one does better, but we'll have to wait and see. So thank you all, and I will see you next time. Peace.